Yeah, good to see you, all of you, and welcome to our Zoom meeting tonight. I am excited to be your facilitator of tonight, and so we can be able to learn together. Of course, I'm not the only custodian of knowledge, though I have had some quite of experience in the business, but I know we also have people in this call tonight who know a lot. But I thank God for this chance to be able to speak to you about our compensation plan. So it's exciting to have all of you on the call. Welcome on board. And as your leaders, we are so excited to be able to guide you all the way to success because our destination for all of us is 5 Diamond Director, isn't it? Yeah, so it is 5 Diamond Director. For those new people, to me, my name is PEAROSE. Just celebrated 15 years in the month of July, so I'm actually like 15 years and 2 months in the business. I joined this business on the 17th of July 2010 together with my husband. I ran the business for 7 months on part-time basis from being a high school teacher. And within the 7 months, I was able to step up to world team and of course Sapphire Director. And when we were invited to go to Cape Town, South Africa by the company, after going and seeing what happens, the excitement, I saw the big picture of the business. And that is when I decided to quit my job as a high school teacher and to do this business on a full-time basis. So we can say I've been full-time for the last 14 years, and it's just been very great. I've achieved a lot personally as a person, even for my family and the rest of the people that I've been able to impact. So I'm glad that Superstars has been able to grow far and wide courtesy of us saying yes to the opportunity. And today I can proudly say that as Superstars team, we are present in 33 countries. Isn't that exciting? So what am I telling a new person on the call? Whenever I say a new person, as long as you are below 5 years in the business, you are still a new person. Because we say it takes time to grow the business. So as a new person on the call, what am I trying to tell you is that maybe you just started, but in the next 5, 10 years, you will also be saying, I have my business in 20 countries, I have my business in 30 countries, I have my business in 50 countries. Yeah, it is possible. So the thing is, when you are starting the business, you really need to focus on the learning. You need to focus on the learning because you cannot do effectively what you have not understood. And even as you understand the business, beware of being ripe. They say you don't become ripe in our business. Anything that ripens, the next step is to rot. So always be green, always be ready to learn. So I look at people who don't attend meetings and I really feel bad for them because they feel they have ripened in the business. And so the next thing is to rot, meaning they quit the business. So focus on the learning. For the last 15 years, we've been able to sit under the mentorship of so many leaders and you have the advantage that now there is Zoom that came after COVID. But before then, everything was just physical. Yeah, so I'm glad to bring the meeting tonight and to lead us towards understanding our compensation plan, which is actually how you can make money in our business. One of the booklets I am really very careful about is the compensation plan because we have it in our kit. Even in your back office, you have it on soft copy, the compensation plan. So if you really want to make money, you really have to study the compensation plan. And until you understand how money comes, you will also get discouraged because you can make money this month and fail to make next month because you do not do what you're supposed to do. So let us all be very keen to learn and to grow the business. So yeah, so Neolife compensates you in so many ways. Neolife compensates you in so many ways. Remember that our products are only sold to members of Neolife. So you are lucky you are a member. Anybody who is not a member cannot buy the products from the company. So you are now again advantaged because you get discounted prices on our products. And we say our products have a discount of between 15 to 25% discount, which is the advantage for all the members. So when you go out and share the products with those who are not members, you are able to get a profit of that 15 to 25%. So that's the first way you get money from Neolife, because you're at an advantage. So you get the profit. So profit is part of the money that you get from Neolife. The other way of earning money in Neolife is buying products in cases. Yeah. Have you discovered that in our price list, when you buy one product, it is okay, when you buy products in cases, when you read the price list, there is a portion where they have written the column of cases and the column of singles. So when you buy products in cases, which most of the products, of course, except only 3NN, 120 capsules, the rest of the products come in, case has 6 pieces of that very product. So when you talk about a case of LDC, there are 6 1-liter LDCs inside the case. When you talk about a case of aloe vera juice, there are 6 of them inside there. Calmac, all these other products. But for 3NN, we only have 8. We have 8 of them inside. Yeah, so cases, when you buy products in cases, if you are buying the 6 of them, you realize when you divide by 6, the price at which you buy the case, you'll always realize it's lower than buying singles. So that is also a big advantage. If you buy products in cases, yes, you will get the same points of the 6, but the price will be lower. So what will happen is that you're going to, when you sell now at the suggested retail price, you will get a higher profit margin. And of course, we are all here for profit. So it's very exciting. So if you are new in the business, get to know that buying products in cases is cheaper than buying products one. So that is another way of benefiting money-wise in the business. Now, we say that the best, and of course, we have incentives from the team. Right now, we have an incentive for people who do 3 in 30. The company has incentives. So even if it's an incentive of you, when you do 3 in 30, right now, the company gives you 15 points credit. What is 3 in 30 for the new person? It is when you bring 3 people in within a month, and these 3 people, they do 100 points. So I know one of our distributors in Mwea, Mr. Paul Karanja, already registered 1 person under him. So that is already 1 person. So if you get another one and another one, before the end of the month, you will have 3 of them. And guess what? The company gives you 15 points credit. What does that mean? It means that you can get a product from Neolife worth 15 points. And right now, I'm excited because they are giving out a product called Formula 4 Plus. It's a powerful product, guys. It's great. It has got multi and 3NN in there, so you'll be able to enjoy the benefits. So, of course, when you get the product, you can be able to sell that product. Is that not money? Even when you use it, still an advantage. So you still get back some money from the same, and even from the team. Now, of course, we have many other incentives. As a new manager, because inside your kit, there's an incentive booklet, or even if it's not there, it's there in the compensation plan. So if you as a new manager, you qualify for cash incentives from the company, senior manager cash incentives, executive manager cash incentives, and even director, emerald director, even world team members and president team members, they all have these incentives, including the consistency bonus. So this is money, and this is money over and above what the company is supposed to pay you, because it's just to motivate you. So whether it's from your upline director or from the company, that is so good. It is sweet money. So how many of us on this call have ever gotten an incentive? either from the uplines. Yes, even Veronica Mwangi, I remember the other day she was given a full bottle of aloe vera plus by the upline, Lydia Mwesa. So if you have ever gotten an incentive, please tell me how you felt on the charts over there. Yeah. So then finally, we have the real compensation plan, which is the best incentive the company can give us. And this is money that is paid back to you for using the products and also for creating a network of consumers of the Neolife products. So guys, understand that when you're growing the business, as you grow your network, the company recognizes you. They're able to share profit with you. And this is now what comes into our marketing plan. So at different levels, you realize the marketing plan applies at different levels. For example, if you are a director and below, they are going to apply something called sales volume bonus. If you are director and above, you'll get leadership development bonus and also network development bonus. So tonight we are going to just look at a simple way of making steps in the business for us to be able to grow. So this is so important, and I really want you to pay attention to what we are going to be learning tonight, because it's going to really help you a long way in answering questions to people. Because sometimes people ask you questions and you wonder, what do I answer? And sometimes you cannot be able to call your upline. And when you consult someone else because someone has asked you a question, it doesn't augur well to that prospect or that downline. So it's very nice for you to learn how you take your steps. Okay? So we are saying that this year we have a motto in the team that we say we have to put in massive action for massive step-ups. How will you get people joining your business? By inviting so many people to meetings, by doing one-on-ones, by sitting down with these people. So how many one-on-ones are you supposed to do? If you do one, well and good. But if you do 5, better for you. If you have 10 guests in a meeting, good. If you have 30 guests in the meeting, 50 guests, you're going to really grow. So I want to say this: massive action, you get massive step-ups. I have seen, like for me and Josephat, we were able to move very fast in the business. Can you imagine? Within 1 month, we became senior managers. 3 months, we were directors. And 7 months, we were Sapphire directors. 1 year, 2 months, we were 1 Ruby directors. 2 years, we were 2 Ruby directors. 2 years and a half, we were 3 Ruby directors. And 2 years and 11 months, we were president team members. Actually, that record has never been broken in the whole of Africa. So you can imagine becoming a president in less than 3 years. So what am I saying? This happened because we put in massive action. We invited people every day. We talked to people everywhere. We did all that we were told to do by our sponsor. Because realize that you have a leader who is guiding you for a reason. If you don't listen to that leader, forget about success. That is so important to note. So the reason why you joined your leader is so that they can guide you. So when they are guiding you, kindly, when you are not sure of something, just ask them gently. They are great people. Personally, I was really disturbing my upline director. I remember I used to camp in his office just to make sure I understand the business. So just get to know that it's not bad to really call your upline, ask them questions. You are not disturbing them. That's their work anyway. So let's make use of our leaders, because whatever the knowledge they give you. I tell people, yes, I'm 15 years in the business. If I teach you with my experience of 15 years, you'll be 15 years smarter without having to be 15 years older. Isn't that exciting? 15 years smarter without having to be 15 years older. So it's also good that sometimes we really have to be keen on what we want. And of course, you need to have your personal why. Why did you join the business? Why do you even want to grow this business? Yeah, we have a book club in Nairobi, and now we are focusing on the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book is very exciting. For one, it is teaching us a lot about investing in people in such a business, because one day, one time, it is going to be your ATM machine when you are not able to work. And so this is such a great business. I just want to encourage all our new members. And we have steps that you follow to be able to grow, because there is no way you can grow in the business from distributor all the way to the president's team. You have to follow the steps. So you move from distributor, you go to manager, you go to senior manager. And you see what we have drawn here is a staircase. So there is no way you put one leg here and you put another leg in director. Not possible. So you have to take the steps. Take the steps. How do you go to 8th floor? Move from first floor to second floor to third floor to fourth floor, like that. And the beauty is that there is no lift for success. There is nothing like a lift for success. So you really have to take the stairs. So we have all these levels, and I'm sure on this call tonight, we have people who are distributors. Congratulations. It doesn't matter how much time you've been there. You have been learning. Managers, I know we have them. Senior managers, executive managers, directors, emerald directors, world team members, and presidents. Yes. And of course, ultimately, everyone wants to grow to be a president team member. Now, let us look at, of course, we join with 100 points. We know all that. We all know that. And every day of the month, when you join as the distributor with 100 points, you are a qualified distributor. So you are expected now to bring others who should also have 100 points. If people join without 100 points, they don't have points that are enough to get to qualified distributor. It becomes a challenge, because in fact they have not taken their first step to qualified distributor. So looking at this diagram you see here, you join the business. Yes, you have your 100 points. Then you bring in person A, you bring in person B, and also person C. So you realize these people, they will also do their points. And sometimes you find people who need more products, or who want to grow more, they want to have more points and things like that. But 100 is the minimum. So as on this call, if you are here and you have not been doing 100 points, actually Neolife does not count you as a member. You really have to be very careful. And why 100 points? Because you are supposed to use the products. So when you look at these points that are here, you realize that the company totals the points of yourself and the people under you. So this A, B, C, their points are totaling to 400, then plus yours 500. There you become a manager. Yeah. So when you have 100 points, and then total QPV is the points that you have with your team together now. Yours is personal. So you have your 100 personal points and you have 500 QPV. Then you have achieved the manager step. So what happens is that the company will pay you sales volume bonus at 5%. What is sales volume bonus? Every one of us, in our price list, you realize there's something written BV. That is sales. That is bonus volume. That is actually in Kenya shillings. If you're in Kenya, if you're in Uganda, it's Uganda shillings. If it is wherever you are, Zambia, you have your currency there. So that price list there shows your currency. So what happens is that there's a percentage that is applied on that money that is placed there for you to be paid, depending on your points. So when you have 500 points, you are paid at 5% of that, or for each of the products that you have bought. So that is manager. So next, if you do not do your 100 points, and even if you brought people under you with 100, 200, 100, you can't be a manager. Even if they did 1,000, you cannot. So there is no manager step, and therefore there is no bonus that you're going to earn. Can you imagine? This is such a disaster. So let's all be careful. I see people telling me, oh, this month has been hard. What? No. It actually, the company was very, very, they are very clever in the sense that they know that if you buy your own products, you'll never miss your 100 points. So if you buy, for example, G1 Laundry, I know there's somebody who is saying, I don't have 100 points, but they are using Omo in their house instead of G1 Laundry. I know there's somebody who says, I have 0 PV, and they are using Geisha. Can you imagine? Or Panga soap, all these kind of things. So if you don't have 100 points, you have 0, even if you have a team. Now, from distributor to director, how do you take your steps? Because that is the goal of each one of us. So we've already explained when you step up to manager by getting 500 QPV, and in all this, you must have 100 points. Even me at my level, I'm supposed to have 100 points. So I already explained that. For you to step up to senior manager, then the total points for you and your team, even if this team of yours have other downlines, all those points ride up to you. So this one actually helps you to be a qualified senior manager. So when you get 1,000 points with your team, you become a senior manager. The applied percentage is 10% sales volume. So for all those products that you buy, then 10% sales volume applies. Meaning that a senior manager earns more than a manager, because obviously, actually it's double. Goes from 5% to 10%, double and even much more. How do you become an executive manager? So you still have your points as long as it's not less than 100. So we have put 250 here. But you brought A, B, C who are also doing this, but they have also brought some other people. So we are just using examples. When they brought the following month and you also brought another one with 250 points, the points will be 2,000 for you and your team. So what happens? You become an executive manager, 15% sales volume bonus. Now, if you are at 3,000 points, it's still going to be executive manager, but at this point, you're going to earn at 20%. So you will hear a senior manager, an executive manager has earned 25,000. Another one has earned 50,000 because the percentages are different. So for 2,000 is 15%. For 3,000 it is 20%. How do you become a director? The QPV, that is the total points with your team, must be 4,000. Yours must never be less than 100. Like in this case, we have this person has done 500. Or you have done 500. So you become a director and you have achieved, you'll get 25% sales volume bonus. Now, for this director to happen, you can become an executive manager the previous month, and the following month you do 4,000, you become a director. So that means if you never did your 100 points last month, forget about the director. Because the requirement is you should have done your 2,000 points last month with your team. So those who want to be directors, please be very consistent doing 100 points and above. You can do 2,000 points. You can do 1,000 points. You can do 500, depending on your capability and how you are able to talk to customers and, do all these things. But you can also build a team and bring about all these points. And it is so exciting. So that is stepping up to director. So we have all these. You are paid according to your points, the total points that you have. Now, you realize we have the sales volume bonus chart right here with us, whereby it is showing the points, the title, and then the percentages. So it starts down there at distributor, 250 points, you earn at 3%. That is actually in that booklet. So it's something to understand. What about if you have 249 points? What is the percentage of payment? It is 0. You have not reached the threshold. So I know there are people who do 100 points and expect a bonus. No. You do 100 points and make sure you have your team to give you 150, for example. So the total will be 250. So below 250 points, you will not earn a bonus. So don't be mad at us or mad at the company when you don't earn money, because you never did. And by the way, if you did 249, it only meant that you needed to add a few points to be able to be paid. So also be very careful and work very closely with your leader. Unfortunately, many people want to reinvent the wheel. Please work with your leader, because as Superstars team, we have a system. Manager, 500 points, so you earn at 5%. Senior manager, 1,000 points, you earn at 10%. Executive manager, 2,000 points, you earn at 15%. 3,000, you are still an executive manager, 20%. And then director, 4,000, 25%. So you ask me, what about 1,500 points? It is between senior manager and executive. So you are still a senior manager and you will earn at 10%. So be very careful so that at the end of the month, you are not hanging at 995. Because if you are hanging at 995, imagine you will be paid 5% instead of what? 10%. So you only need to add a few points so that you can be paid at 10%. Now you realize also you need to qualify at title every month. What do we mean by qualifying at title? If you are a manager, for example, with 500 points this month, next month, unless you are moving to senior manager, please maintain the 500 points with your team. Don't go down because it's just business. If you go down, then your bonus will not be there. Yeah, you have to do the work. So qualify at title every given month. So the takeaways from what I have taught today, and I believe you've gotten some value, is that you need to do 100 points personally every month. And let me give you free advice, superstars, free advice. Focus on doing your personal points the first week of the month. Even if you are going to use your money, by the end of the month, you will have the money back. And you will not end the month at 100 points. You will end the month at over 300 points. Why? You started with some products. So if, for example, you bought 3 TNNs at the beginning of the month, remember, TNN is supposed to be sold to everyone. I mean, anybody, even if you have a backache, I'll sell you TNN and Calmag or Full Motion or Omega. So TNN must always be in any product. So if I buy 3 TNN, I get 1 or 2 points. So within the month, I'm going to be marketing my TNN as I tell people, oh, so I'll meet people and they tell me I have a backache. So I'll come back to the office to add them Calmag or to add them Omega-3 or this other product. If it is a diabetic, to add them botanical balance. So at the end of the month, you will realize you've really done a lot of points. So every month, do 100 personal points. And tonight, we are going to do some of the recognition. And I can tell you some of the people in our team are doing so well, more than even 250 points. Now, number 2, understand how to take your next step. Don't forget about becoming a president when you are a manager. When you are a manager, you are looking forward to become a senior manager. So just understand your next step. So it means that you sit down with your upline or you talk, you make a phone call and you ask them questions. So after this, I'm expecting so many of you asking people questions if it is your upline director. Then number 3, always qualify in title to maximize your income. That's what I've said. If you are at 2,000 points, don't come back to 1,000 because when you come back to 1,000, obviously you will be paid at 10%. So qualify at title to maximize your income. Then another tip, use the products personally and build a solid customer base. So make sure you are very, very, very organized in terms of getting customers. And when you get a customer, take care of them. Start introducing other products. Even if it is a customer for Supergrow, you can tell them we have something you can brush your teeth. There's something you can wash your vegetables. There's something you can take care of your bones. Things like that. So use the product personally and build a solid customer base. So, but you cannot build a customer base if you are not your own best customer. Then sponsor other distributors in your team who do the same. So the idea is to get a network of consumers, not a network of users of the Neolife products. We want a network of consumers. So I believe we've understood something and we are able to now grasp that we really have to take hold of your business. Remember, you are the CEO of your business. You are the CEO of your business. Yeah? Brian, you are the CEO of your business. Why am I saying this? You are the chief executive officer. Nobody is going to really push you to do something. You have to do it. Your why should be the one that is pushing you. So I know that we all want to grow and we also desire to have a team of president team members very soon. And I can see them on this call tonight. Our president team members, where are you? Please raise your hand if you are the next president. By faith, of course. And I know we are getting there. Why? Because if we just take the next step, if you just focus on the next step, guess what? Finally, you will get there. Because you focus on from senior manager, you focus to executive, you focus to like that. Soon and very soon, you're going to be a president team member. So who has raised their hand as The next, oh, thank you, Sylvia. Josephine, wow. Thank you, our leader. So, guess what, superstars? Imagine we can do it. Just brace yourself. The month of September just started, and I know we are going to do big things. And next month, when we will be going to Dar es Salaam for our Impact Summit, we are going to have a lot of fun. So, those who have not registered, make sure you register so that you can be recognized there. So, I'm really excited, and I want to close it at that so that we can do recognition next. Thank you so much, superstars, and God bless you. Over to Josephat.
All right. And that's a powerful training. Thank you, PEAROSE. I want us to assume that even if you've been in the business for ages, just assume that this is a new beginning. And with the new understanding, the fire we have, we start building a structure that will really pay us money. We are in this business to make money. And remember, those who are earning all the money, all the millions, they were once where you are now. But they decided they are not just going to watch others make money, and they decided to start their journey to making all the money. I remember very well when we decided that we are going to take this business very seriously. We, within a month, doubled our income. I remember the turning point was when we were earning 300,000 and we felt like, what are we doing? Why not just push it very hard? And the following month, we were taking home 600,000. That's just a demonstration that the power to make the money that you want lies in your hands. Ours is to equip you the way PEAROSE has done, and then be a doer, don't be a hearer. You know, there are people who just learn, they become reservoirs of knowledge that doesn't help them. But blessed is he who uses what they have learned to make progress in their lives. I expected someone to say amen, but as you look for the button to chat amen, I can be moving to the next session, which is recognition. And this recording will be available for replay so that you can keep on reminding yourself. If there's anything you missed, you can also be able to catch up. So that is it. We will not record the rest of this.